everyone, I'm Larita. Welcome to the channel, or welcome back if you're already one of our subscribers. In this video, I'm going to talk about PACT Act frequently asked questions. I've done several videos about the PACT Act, I believe 3 of them already, so if you haven't already, check those out. The first one was just about PACT Act, the overview of it, and what disabilities it covers and what regions it covers. The second one was about special monthly compensation for those veterans that are already at 100% rating or permanent total. What can the PACT Act do for them? The third one was about what if you get a granted for PACT Act and you get awarded a 0% disability, how you can get more, higher rating for other disabilities. So this is actually the 4th video I'm doing. We did a poll a couple of weeks ago, and this seems to be the most popular topic, more about PACT Act. I'm going to answer 5 frequently asked questions that I've received or that I see people who are asking about the PACT Act. So let's talk about it. One more thing before I get into it. Although I'm an attorney, I am not your attorney, so this is a disclaimer. The information I'm giving here on this channel is just that, information. It does not establish attorney-client relationship. There are options for have somebody represent you, whether it be a veteran service officer, VSO, or a veteran's attorney who can represent you. So I'll put that information in the description box like I usually do. But me personally, I cannot represent new clients such as yourself, but I can provide you some information that can determine whether you need to hire someone else. Thank you. Okay, so now that we got that out the way, let's get into the first frequently asked questions. How do I apply for the PACT Act? That's the most thing. So I give you all this information, and you're like, this is good. I think I'm eligible. I think I can qualify. How do I qualify? There are 2 ways you can qualify by applying on, you can apply online, or you can actually apply through the mail. Now, personally, I would apply online because, first of all, mail is snail mail. It can get lost. It can delay actually having your things processed. That is an option for those veterans who are not comfortable with applying online. But if you can have someone help you, I would suggest you apply online to va.gov/PACT. And when you scroll down, you'll see a little link that says submit a claim. You would submit a claim, which is the VA 21-526EZ, and it takes about 20 minutes to go through the application and ask about some background information, such as your name, where did you serve, what disabilities you're claiming, things of that nature. But it's pretty much straightforward. You just have to give yourself enough time to answer all the questions. So to answer your question, you go to va.gov/PACT. Is the easiest way to do it. Okay, the second question is, okay, so people are applying to this. As of January, VA has been accepting the new applications for the PACT Act. How many people are really actually getting approved for this, right? Because you talk about it, but VA, people don't have enough confidence in VA to say that people are really granting it. Well, I'm glad that you said it, because they've actually been tracking the performance of the PACT Act implementation since the time that they approved it, right? So as of, I believe it's as of January 1st, 2023, there have been over 250,000 applications claiming under the PACT Act. Out of those 250,000 applications, there's a 79.5% approval rate, right? So that's pretty high, considering that some people may apply and may not even be eligible. Everybody's not going to get approved, because if you go to my other videos, you have to prove that you were in certain regions and that you have certain disabilities that are on the presumptive list. But 79.5% rate is pretty high, considering that it's opening up the floodgates for veterans who previously were not eligible to have their disabilities approved. Okay, here's a new thing. So for those veterans who previously applied for benefits and were previously denied, and they're now reapplying under the PACT Act, under the Appeals Modernization Act, do they need to present new and relevant evidence to reopen their claim to have it assessed under the PACT Act? And the answer is no. So if you previously were denied, you can reapply, and just the fact that you qualify for a region that's now on the PACT Act registry, or a disability that's been added to the PACT Act registry, you can actually reapply without having to specifically include new and relevant evidence, which is previously the requirement to reopen previously denied claims. So this is a good thing, because before the hurdle might have been you got to submit something new and relevant that wasn't considered previously. But now, based on new research and development, VA has acknowledged that certain regions and certain disabilities are related. All you need to do is reapply for the PACT Act. If you saw my other video, you won't get the effective date of, let's say it was years and years ago, you won't get that effective date The earliest effective date you're going to get is August of 2022. But based off of the, like I said, the new development that VA conducted on its own, they're actually approving claims without having to submit, you as the veteran having to submit new and relevant evidence. Okay, the next question is about those of you who are claiming service connection for hypertension based on exposure to herbicides during service. If you watch my other video, I was mentioning that that's one of the disabilities that had an effective date that's in the future. They are basically phasing in some disabilities, and their effective date isn't happening immediately. Hypertension's effective date is actually in 2026. Can you still get approved for it? Should you still apply for it? I would say yes, still apply for it, even though you won't have the effective date until the future. Still apply for it so that you'll already be in the pipeline for that. When the effective date goes into effect, you already are there. So although you won't see any changes as far as in your monthly compensation, you would actually see that you are now service connected for hypertension effective 2026. Okay, the last frequently asked question is, can I served in a certain area that's covered by the PACT Act? Can I get service connected? And I want to make sure that you don't miss out on the fact that you do have to have a disability that's on the presumptive condition list and have served in a region that's listed on the PACT Act, right? So in essence, you, in theory, let's say you all served in Iraq, but you don't have any disabilities that are on the list, then you would not be granted service connection under the PACT Act. You need to have both. So when you're submitting your application, you need to specify that you want consideration under the PACT Act. Make it easier for VA to say where you served, right? And then also say which disabilities you are now having a current disability or you've had in the past that you believe is connected to your service in Iraq or certain regions that are covered under the PACT Act. It has to be both. So I know if you think about it, it makes sense, right? So everybody that served in a certain region is not going to have all the disabilities on the list. You need to prove that you have a disability, and you can say that you want to have a VA examination to confirm this, or you can submit information that proves that you have a current disability. That would expedite the process a lot quicker if you basically provide all the information. VA connects the two, and you're granted service connection. So hopefully the information I provided was helpful for you. I tried to make it quick. And if you want to see future videos, it doesn't have to be on the PACT Act, anything related to veterans benefits. I'm open to suggestions, so leave them in the comment box. And as usual, let me know where you serve, which branch of the military you served in. We have Army, Coast Guard, Navy, Air Force, and I'm missing one, Marines. So let me know in the comment section which branch of the military you served in. We'd like to see who we reach in our viewer base. And thank you again for joining on this video. We'll see you in the next one.